Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we have a few rebellions. It seems like every time I restart the game, this list repopulates. That's interesting. But I want to double check here. Yeah, no integration issue. That's a really good sign right there. So at this point, we've got Heptonomus and Nassin. Now, Nassin is a long ways away. We're currently heading over there, but we're a very long ways away from making that happen. So that, of course, means that we're going to have a potential issue down here, because we're going to need to handle all of this, right? But we can come on over here at least and get this taken care of. It's going to be a while before we can get Heptonomus pieced out of this. And we're going to have Carria Inferioris in 4 months. Let's take a quick look at what we've got going on up there. That is right up here. Okay. I'm going to move these guys slightly out of there. And that rebellion should not be a particularly large deal for us. So we managed to win this battle easily enough. I like it. They are offering us not enough. We're going to decline that offer. Okay. So that looks fine for now. We are, of course, going to eliminate this force right here. No problem. And we're going to head in and take back some of this territory. So that all seems fine for now. Now, these guys are sailing up and around. It's going to take a while for them to manage to make their way out over here. And that's absolutely understood. Now, we are currently force marching up this way, and we might end up catching these guys. Yeah, we did. We absolutely did. So that's fantastic. And we're going to head up over here and grab this. Then we're going to have to come back around and grab these and work our way up here. But it's going to be a whole thing. It'll take some time. That's okay. So the real problem is other rebellions, right? I want to head down to here. These guys can just sit where they are for now. And I'm interested in seeing, what do we think this is going to be? That is showing us being a very positive battle for us. I'll trust it. I shouldn't, but I'll trust it. So I want to come up over here and fight these guys. Let's get out of here. Okay. So we're going to try to just lock them in here. They're bypassing us. Very rude. Okay. You're locked in already? Wow. Okay. Whatever. Well, we're just going to chase them up over this direction. Seems fine. No major issue there. Oh, actually, they're stopping here. Fascinating. Okay, so we were defeated down over here. The game lied to us. No big deal. I'm not actually shocked about that. I'm a little surprised that it was telling us that it was going to be all green. So that's fine, and I want to take this force right here and have them come on down here. Perfect. So that'll be fine. How are we going on this siege? Okay, no more force march here. We're already at 35%. That's surprising. I wonder if we could get passage through here. Amazing. I wonder about through Aratha. Yes. Fantastic. So that means we're not going to have to go all the way around here. We can just pass through over here, and that's going to be way, way faster. So that sounds great. We're currently still working on sailing up over this direction. That's fine. I'm a little surprised that Carria Inferioris hasn't actually rebelled yet. But let's head over to... They're going to rebel in the next month, probably. So that seems absolutely fine for now. So we see... Yeah, there's going to need to be a siege there. There's Carria Inferioris. They started their own war. Fascinating. What all goes with? Noted. Okay, that seems fine. I wouldn't mind hiring mercs here, so we're going to do that, and we're going to have these guys head on out up over here. And I'd like them to come down this way and start up a siege. So we're going to just have them walk in over here, but I want them to take a slightly longer route because they don't have morale at this point. This is only a 2K stack. It's not very spooky, but that seems fine for the moment. So this starting up its own war is actually kind of a really big deal. I'm very happy to see that. These guys can go onto Unit Reorg for the time being. That seems fine. We're going to win this battle, and that was fully expected. Now I want to force march up over this direction and try to catch this force. So that seems good. We need a new oratory researcher. That will be this guy. Sounds wonderful. No more do we need to be on force march here. Wow. I'm just looking at the Z fighting on the water line there. That's kind of nutty. That river is not great looking when zoomed out. Okay, well that's fine. It doesn't really matter all that much. We shouldn't increase our usage. Okay, so we are currently here. I want one of these guys to disembark, and this is our territory here, right? So I want one of these guys to disembark and head down over... Actually, I feel like we really only need the one unit here. I really feel like we only need the one unit here. I'm going to take the other unit back. So we're going to have them come back over to Greece over here. I was thinking that there were sieges to be done up here, but there really aren't. There's this, and there's this, and that's kind of it. So for now, that seems reasonably fine. I don't think we need more than this. That seems wonderful. Okay, where did these guys end up going? Up to here? Noted. They might be trying to rush our capital or something. Let's see what they're up to. Caria Inferioris already suing for peace. So that seems fine. This is part of Caria Inferioris over here. So we're going to have to siege all three of these. That's understood. That seems fine. So this siege is progressing. We're at 21%. We're done here, so we don't need to siege this. But what we do need is to come down here. I'm not going to force march that. I'm not actually in that much of a rush. So that seems fine. We won this siege, so let's move right on. There we go. And we'll continue to progress the sieges here and here. Excellent. Checking in down over this direction, it looks like these guys are just kind of running around. Okay. Let's bring this force northward, and then these guys no longer need to be on unit reorg. They can come northward as well, although I'm potentially interested... What did we win here? Oh, okay, sure. I'm potentially interested in actually bringing these guys south to fight here. So let's do that. Okay, so that all seems fine for right now. We do need to wrap up some of these sieges, so sooner rather than later, ideally. Okay, so we are capping here. That looks good. Hebrew Mothis joining a war of independence against us. Okay, so they joined this war. That looks fine. I want to head up over here and catch these guys if we can. And this force here, we don't need to cap this. We're going to head directly to Mothis. Does anything go with? No. Okay, so that looks fine for now. We lost the Siege of Rhodes. That's very unfortunate that they were able to win that quickly with that small of a force, but whatever. So now we're going to move this army out over here, and these guys, they can just kind of chill for the moment. Okay, so we are on our way over here. We just need to get these sieges dealt with. They don't really have anywhere they can go due to our current sieges. I think they can technically pass up over this direction, but it would be tough for them to do that. Okay, so checking in over here, we have started this siege. Looks good. And we're fighting this force up here. Excellent. Cool. So that looks fine for now, and then we can just have these guys just kind of spread out a little bit and recover. Okay, I'm going to grab this. Phrygia Minoris, that's fine. I'm going to come out over here. Phrygia Minoris is right here. Actually, yeah, I'm not going to send these guys up there. We're just going to come in where we originally planned. Here and here. That's a little awkward, but whatever. Seems okay for now. So they're taking that exact path that I talked about. That's rude, but it's fine. So we're now going to have these guys, as soon as they're in port, they're going to head down to here. Oh, this guy's disloyal. We're going to need to do something about him. We can't bribe him. We can't give free hands either because he doesn't have an office. What's he angry about? Disloyalty inspired, power base of supporters, power base in country. Okay, so it's mostly power base of supporters. We're going to have to reward his veterans, but that's not going to do much. It's a little unfortunate. He's also near death. Yeah, not a lot we can do about him at this moment. We're just going to have to hope he does something useful, I guess. Very sad. Well, for the time being, we're going to need to have this force come up here to Chevka. However, I believe we can do something about all of that up there. So this looks fine. I'm going to have this force come in over here. There we go. So I think we can piece out Nassin at this point. Let's see if we can do that. 104. Okay. So we would need to have this be something like... This is really the best we can do. Okay. So they're a client state now, and we're going to need to integrate them later. They were just a little bit too big for us to be able to fully reintegrate. That's unfortunate. So we'll see what this guy's going to do. That's actually a good thing for him to do there. I'm okay with that. We've succeeded this siege, so let's head on over to Samos at this point. And we're victorious here. We're going to win this battle as well. Excellent. I don't think we need to go take this back, so I'm just going to see if we can chase these guys up here. I'm not sure exactly where they're going to be going. They're going to retreat up over this direction somewhere, aren't they? And then we can go after these guys up over here. This guy's currently running around fighting their forces. I'm okay with that. That's a reasonably okay thing for him to do. But I'd really like to get him to where he's sieging here. But actually our vassal is doing that, so I'm not too upset about this right now. He might be going out to Chios. Oh, right here? Perfect. So we're going to eliminate this army, no problem. And this is all part of this state, so we just need to get that under control. Okay, so there's a scorned family right now. We need a governor out in Asia, so we need to get this assigned. This should be a scorned family member, and we would have this be... Who would this be? A Davidite member, huh? Do we even have a Davidite? We might not. I'm going to put this guy in. Okay, so that'll be fine for the moment. Let's get this force crushed. Sadly, we did not fully stack wipe them. They're going to retreat, like, down over here. Sure. Okay, we're going to chase them down a little bit. I want to see what we've got going on up over here. This is... Okay, yeah, this guy can actually be of our family. That sounds good. And this is all proceeding nicely out over here, so no major issue there. So at this point, of course, we need to get this and this all dealt with. This siege is going nicely. I don't mind that. Let's go ahead and eliminate this guy, and this is currently occupied by us. Okay, beautiful. So let's eliminate this force, get that dealt with, and hopefully these are going to get stack wiped very, very shortly. Or rather, these guys are going to get just taken over shortly. So we've just got 50% on that, and then we need to go out to Ikaria. No major issue there. How are we doing on the risk of rebellion? It is not too bad. So that looks good. And I want these guys to come down to here. We'd really like to get this taken care of. Hopefully this falls here on this tick. That would be amazing. Unfortunately, it didn't. So that's sad. We won the Siege of Samos, so we're going to be able to get Caria Inferioris out of this very, very soon. We won a battle up over here. Okay, this guy's, of course, still disloyal. Actually, we should hold a triumph for him. We can do that right now. So now we can put in a new leader for the Mahonet of Arabia. We've actually already got one. But he's leading a different force. So we need a second one here. We're going to put this guy in, and there we go. And now we can control this army. So I want this army to come down over this way for now. If I can select it. There we go. Perfect. So that'll be fine. We need to get this capped, and then once that's capped, we should be able to piece out Caria Inferioris, even without controlling this. So that should be fine. 6 stability. Absolutely. We're going to take that. Okay, Caria Inferioris should be peaceable. But they're too big. We're going to have to client them. And unfortunately, we can't take any of the actual territory here. I really dislike... Oh, wait, we can take this one? No, we can't. Never mind. I really dislike the fact that they can rebel away from us, but we can't actually take it back. This is a rebellion. We should be able to take it back if we win the war. But alas, that's not the way it's set up. So they have to become our client state, and we'll have to integrate them later. So that's fine. It's not the end of the world. This siege is now won, and I'm wondering about down here. We're at 57. Okay. So we won the battle up over here. That looks perfect. And this is all occupied still. That looks fine. We're waiting for this to all auto-cap. The Siege of Mothis is now won as well. Okay, so we're waiting for this to all auto-cap. And this is auto-capped at this point. So let's see if we can piece out Phrygia Minoris. Okay, this is just barely. We can take it. Perfect. So they will accept that. That is now all under our control. Perfect. So that's great. Now we need to do the same thing with Mothis. They're retreating back here in an awkward manner, but we're just waiting for the auto-cap. And now there's a battle happening. Oh, that stopped the auto-cap. That might be okay. Yeah, they would accept this because we control the capital. So that looks good. We're going to piece that out. This war is over, or rather, this battle's over. Or not quite, actually. This is Heptomnomus up here. But we can piece them out, too. So this rebellion is now officially over. We need to have them be a client state. We cannot have them... Client state. There we go. We cannot take any of these provinces, but there we go. We are now at peace. There's no more rebellion. Okay. This guy's apparently disloyal. I want to check in. Are we having a cultural issue? No. We're just having a loyalty issue. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to bribe this guy, and he's now at 9. Power base of supporters. Okay. So we have a bunch of disloyal provinces here, but these aren't as bad at this point. We do have a couple of disloyal characters. So there's this guy, and then there's this guy. I'm going to bribe this guy, and I'm going to give him free hands. So he's now loyal, and now there's just this legate, and he does not have a very powerful army. So he's not actually going to be able to get too much done. He's going to wander around a bit. I don't mind it. Okay, so we need a governor in Lower Nubia, Davidite or Zadoki. One of the two. This guy's a Zadoki, but he apparently doesn't count. Interesting. This guy's a Zadoki, but he does count. Okay, I don't know what the difference is, but it's fine. So that'll be fine. Now we've only got Davidites as scorned family members. So that looks good. Absolutely wonderful. And the real question at this point is, who else is going to rebel? So there's a risk of rebellion of Western Delta, which would be this out over here. And let's just have these guys move up over here for now. Move all of these up, in fact, because Western Delta... Right, this guy is going to refuse to move. We'll have this army move up. Okay, Western Delta is going to be right out over here. So that'll be fine. And then Europa in 6 months, North Phoenicia in 7. Yeah, that's understood. I want to check in on Jerusalem at this point, and let's see here. So we still have this plague epidemic. It's currently until 11 March 1012. The plague epidemic will eventually subside. No doubt about that. You can see here, it's not in Memphis. Was it in Alexandria? Yes, until 21 April 1014. So it reappeared in Alexandria. That's understood. So we're going to move these guys up. I'm going to select the Mercs, and they are going to move over to... actually, you can be here. This guy is still disloyal. And then I want these guys, who are a long ways out, I want them to finish their current movement, stop here, force march, and they're going to show up here. And they're going to siege like that. And both of these should move into here. Okay, so that looks good. We'll get Alexandria under control. We do need a new governor in Upper Nubia, and ideally this would be a Davidite, but we don't have anybody, so it's going to be this guy. Okay, excellent. So the next location would, of course, be Europa, and it's going to take a while before that happens still. We do need a governor in Colchis. This guy will do. So that seems fine for the moment. This is definitely way less bad than the last plague, and this is because we're not having that integration issue. This is more like how it should go. Oh, they deleted their fort here. Okay, then. That's fine. We're actually happy about that. I'm less happy about this guy being a jerk, but, I mean, there's not much we can do about it. It's power base of supporters minus 50-some. However, he just had one of his supporters die, so there's that. Oh, I didn't even realize Western Delta had territory down here. Okay, sure. So I kind of want these guys to make their way up over here now and eliminate this army, because we don't have a siege that we need to do here. So that seems wonderful. So we're going to finish up our siege of Alexandria here eventually. Unrivaled wealth, huh? I want loyalty, so we're going to say his claim is valid. So up we cruise here. This should probably stack wipe. The head of the Zadoki family just died. And that, of course, means that we need another Zadoki here. And that should be not this guy. He does not count, but this guy. Now, Europa just joined the War of Independence against us. So that is this up over here. Okay. Mysia Inferioris here. Huh. They must have had another location there that I didn't know about. Civil war against Macedon. Huh. Interesting. Well, that's fine for now. We're going to head up over this direction, and this is within Macedon here. So all we really need is this one location, and it doesn't even have a fort. So all we need to do is get there at this point. That seems absolutely fine. Western Delta is going to fall eventually, and these guys are just going to come take all of this right on back. Here's a 5k stack up here. Whatever. Okay, so that all seems absolutely fine for the moment. This 5k stack, it's right there. I don't care. Although I think I will go eliminate it. So we're going to have these guys go on to Force March as soon as they're done capping here. And they're going to head on up and eliminate this stack. This I'm not too worried about now that there's not a fort there. It'll take very little time to get that dealt with. So that sounds good. Okay, let's get that 5k stack dealt with. No issue there. In theory, they should stack wipe here. Yeah, so that's perfect. And we'll just have this guy meander on down over to this capital. So that looks perfect, and at this point, honestly, we should be able to piece out Europa, right? I did not even notice Gabal rebel. Okay. Well, we'll force march our way down over to here. Cool. So it looks like Europa might not be willing to peace out just yet. Actually, they are, so we'll just take their territory. Perfect. And then these guys can start making their way down over here or so. Yeah, I definitely didn't notice Gabal. That's interesting. Is this guy loyal yet? No, he's still at 9. Sad. So he's just chilling there. I would send him northward to go fight some of this, but he's being a jerk, so what are you going to do? So we're at 35% on Alexandria right now. That's going to be done very soon. Western Delta, very nearly under control, but they're the war leader here. We have to get Gabal pieced out first. So that's understood. We have an unmarried ruler at this point, and we could negotiate with revolting slaves, but why would we do that? And we can actually colonize here, and colonize here. Oh, they deleted this city. Or not deleted, but they raised the city. Right. Yeah, we can colonize it. Perfect. That'll be great. So we do see allies coming up over here. It looks like they're going to take out this 4K stack. Hilarious. We're just rushing at this fort right now. So I want these guys to come in and lend their siege engineers to the siege of Alexandria. Although, ooh, there's this 13K stack here that is currently black flagged, and now they're dead. Fantastic. So that looks wonderful, and we're just going to siege right up over here. We're going to unforce march that unit. And Alexandria should fall here. In theory. Yeah, there we go. So Alexandria is being pillaged, and do we want to insist on an Oath of Allegiance? Yes, we do. So that'll be fine. I'm going to spread out these forces a little bit here. We're going to have them sit something like this. Seems good. And eventually, we will, of course, finish up all of these rebellions. But it's going to be a little bit. How long on that, anyway? Well, we can see there's going to be another one rebelling in a month, in theory. Where is that? Yathrippa. The next one is going to be a ways after that. So this is going to be down over here. Let's get these guys moving down there. Let's also move this army down. Okay, so we'll just preempt that a little bit. That looks good. This is a merc army. I was going to split this in half and be like, we should go stack wipe these guys really, really fast, but I'm not sure we could have gotten there in time anyway. So, and there's the Yathrippa joining. So that sounds fine. We already have forces on the way down there. So we're just going to hop in here, and then the other force that we sent down there, they should be going down to here. Actually, to like here. I don't think we can actually go through this fort, but okay. So we need this siege to finish up, of course, and this guy's going to take out these mercs. He'll stack wipe that immediately. So that sounds great. We need a new martial researcher again. That Davidite, unfortunately, immediately died. But there we go. That'll do for now. Wonderful. Influence of the Davidite family. Yeah, this is fine. And Arabia needs a governor, so that would be then this guy. Okay, looks good. So Tunesis is still 14 months away, so we've got some time here before we need to wrap any of this up. So that all looks good. We need to cap here and get them pieced out immediately. That is the top priority at this moment. We got a religious advance, so we can definitely head in here. We were working on heading down towards Divinely Guided to boost our morale of armies. So we'll take Tribal Advocates, not that we have that many tribesmen, but Divinely Guided will still be good for us for the morale of armies and the cohort loyalty gain chance reduction. So that all seems fine. We're going to take Master of Trade here. Sure. That's fine. So we're still heading on down over this direction. I actually kind of feel like we should force march these guys down here. These are maybe less important to force march because apparently we can still just travel right through that. That's weird. Okay. Well, let's call down Esther here. That'll be fine. 5 stability? We'll take the 5 stability. Thank you very much. Okay. Just waiting for this siege to finish up at this point. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to keep on top of these rebellions. I just don't want them to quite get as far away from us as they did last time. That would be unfortunate. I also do want to start increasing opinions of our newly acquired vassals. So we can do that, and we can do this. And then there's also this one out over here. Okay, so that'll boost all of those up, and eventually we will get them integrated. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Andy McGard, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.